We gotta get out of this place. From Dear America, Letters Home from Vietnam. Bernard Edelman, editor. In a youth culture dominated by rock and roll, We Gotta Get Out of This Place, sung by a British group called The Animals, was one of the most popular songs for troops in Vietnam. Its title alone expressed what was on the mind of even the most ardent soldier. In a war in which each of us knew from the day we arrived in country the date on which we could expect to leave, getting out of Vietnam was what almost all of us longed for. We looked forward to the days when we would consider ourselves short, and when we'd be two-digit midgets, have under 100 days left in the country, when we'd need, as we joked, a stepladder to get into bed and a parachute to get out. Our time in Vietnam, though, was not without its diversions. Letters to and from those we loved were our lifeline to the world. Holidays were emotional anchors that we celebrated as best we could. R&R, 5 or 6 day jaunts to places as Bangkok or Hong Kong or Hawaii was anticipated eagerly, but getting home was our goal. Tuesday, September 6th, 1966. Dear Mom, you'll probably be hearing about us again. Yesterday, my platoon had 6 injured and 1 killed. We had a firefight that lasted 9 hours. We killed a lot of VC on this operation. We're on now. But we also have had a lot killed. I wrote Sue to give her and told her to give you back my ring. It's still a good ring, although it doesn't work too good. I can always give it to some other chump. I mean, girl. Well, Mom, I don't have much time, and I just wanted you to know I'm all right. When you go to church, I want you to give all the people you can see this address and tell them to send anything they can, like old clothes and anything. I went down to this orphanage the other day, and these little kids are pitiful. They sleep on plain floors and don't hardly get anything to eat. The reason I wanted to tell everyone to help them, is because I feel I may have killed some of their parents, and it makes me sick to know that they have to go on with nothing. Address: Mang Lang Orphanage, Le Loi Street, Tuy Hoa, Vietnam. Love, your son, Dan. PFC Daniel Bailey was assigned to a troop 2nd Battalion, 17th Cavalry, 101st Airborne Division from May 1966 through June 1967, operating in 2 corps. He is unemployed and receives disability compensation from the Veterans Administration for Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. He lives in Clarendon, Pennsylvania. 6th of July, 1967. My darling Claudia, it's raining outside, a damp smell in the air, and the raindrops slamming on the plasterboard roof. Sound of a cricket and frog, and the rumble of distant bomb explosions shake the earth here many miles away. Lightning flashes bare the heavens for a brief glimpse at a troubled sky, watching over a war-torn land. The area is flooded, and mud clings to boots with a slurp-sucking sound. Soaked uniforms hanging on a chair to dry and shriveling up into a wrinkled mass. A chilling air is coddled by 2 ceiling fans and swirling through my body. I miss you, my darling. The night is cold, and you are warm and loving and soft. At times like this, my darling, I feel as if I would do anything if I could just be back again with you. Sometimes you have to pretend you're not really lonely, or else you'd find yourself going out of your mind. But when the day is done and you're lying alone with your thoughts, then there's no more fooling, and that's when it really hurts. The days seem to go by quickly, but the weeks seem forever. Today I've been in Vietnam 73 days, 10 and a half weeks, a little over 2.5 months. The guys who are over here now tell me, looking back, that the time flew by. But right now it seems so very long until you're in my arms again. Darling, it's midnight, so please forgive the short letter, but I'm very tired now. Be careful, Dia. I love you. Michael. First Lieutenant Michael Murray, who served with Company A, 5th Special Forces Group, based in Ben Howe from April 1967 to April 1968, wrote this to Claudia Johnston. They married in May of 1968, 2 weeks after he returned from Vietnam. He's now an attorney practicing in White Plains, New York. I must go on. We fought together 6 months today. As I rolled over, there I lay. His eyes were open, his hands clenched tight. The look of death, a look of fright. I knew right then that he was dead, and wondered why, not me instead. His life was short, not many years, full of hope, yet full of fears. We talked and laughed of times gone by, and never thought that we might die. But here he lay, no breath of life, no thought of home or his young wife. I turned my head and looked away. I fought the words I could not say. He's dead and gone, but I am here and must go on. I must go on. Timothy F. Schlick. First Lieutenant Timothy Schlick was assigned to Company C, 2nd Battalion, 1st Infantry, 196th Light Infantry Brigade, a Miracle Division based in Tay Ninh and Chu Lao from September 1966 through June 1967. After his best friend was killed by a landmine, Lieutenant Schlick wrote this poem to his father while trying to find words to express his feelings to the new widow. Today, he's a financial manager for Pac Bell in San Jose, California. 13th of December, 1968. My darling Mick. Today has been another long day at Maung Soi, Laos. But at least now it's ended, and I am much closer to being with you and Robin once again. You know, I actually enjoyed this tour as long as I'm busy enough to keep my thoughts from wandering back to you. But that's never for very long. It's almost strange that the one who has always made me so happy can now make me so sad. Because I miss you so much, darling one. I've been giving some serious thought lately to what else I could be happy doing. You know, how much the army means to me. But then I have only one love, and that is for my little family. Mick, it's been so very difficult for me, especially the past few months, to be away from you. And I know that if I stay in, we will eventually be separated again. The thought causes me quite a lot of worry. Maybe for once in my life, I just can't make a decision. What do you think? Still no word on R&R. That's a bitter pill, I know, for we have both been longing so much for it. The only time that really looks hopeful is February, and even that isn't sure. Like you said, if there were anyone I could write to, I would. If I don't mention R&R, don't worry that I have forgotten it. It'll just be that I haven't heard. Love, I'm so sorry. The pictures of you and Robin were real morale boosters. You two must be you two must be two of God's most precious specimen. Gosh, you both look so good. That daughter of ours is going to grow up to be as pretty as her mother. Almost. Mick, old Joseph still loves you. As you must already know, and though the days grow longer, the time grows yet shorter until these lonely arms hold you tight again. Your own Joe. Captain Joseph K. Bush Jr., whose home was in Temple, Texas, never got his R&R. While serving as an advisor to the Laotian forces at Mount Soing, he was killed during an attack by North Vietnamese commandos on the 10th of February 1969. He was 25 years old. Dear Madeline, hello, my dear sister. Boy, I sure feel close to you. Since your last letter, I almost feel as if you are my sister. It's good to have someone to tell your troubles to. I can't tell them to my parents or Darlene because they worry too much. But I tell you truthfully, I doubt if I'll come out of this alive. In my original squad, I'm the only one of us left unharmed. And my platoon, There's only 13 of us. It seems every day another young guy, 18 or 19 years old like myself, is killed in action. Please help me, Mad. I don't know if I should stop writing my parents or Darlene or what. I'm going on an operation next month where there's nothing but VC and VC sympathizers. The area is also very heavily mined. All of us are scared because we know a lot of us won't make it. I'd like to hear what you have to say about it, Madeline, before I make any decisions. Oh, and one more favor. I'd like the truth now. Has Darlene been faithful to me? I know she's been dating guys, but does she still love me best? Thanks for understanding. See if it's God's will. I hope to make it out of Vietnam, though, 'cause I'm lucky, I hope. Ha ha. Miss ya. Love, Ray. PFC Ray C. Griffiths went to Vietnam just after Christmas in 1965. He was assigned to Company A, 1st Battalion, 9th Marines, 3rd Marine Division. He wrote this letter to Madeline Velasco, a friend from high school in San Francisco, California, in June of 1966. He was killed a few weeks later on the 4th of July. He was 19 years old. November 27th, 1969, Thursday. Hi, sweet thing. Yesterday, I can say it was one of the happiest days of my life. Hearing about the baby is one of the best things a man over here can be told. I wish you could have seen the way me and my friends were acting after we heard about it. We were shooting our rifles and making all kinds of noise. The people in the village thought we were going crazy. It was really something to see. I wanted to be home so bad. Denise, how's the baby been feeling? Is she getting used to being in the world? Does she seem to be happy? How are you feeling after having her? How many times do you have to see the doctor a month? What did the doctor say about your health, your and her health? Today is Thanksgiving, and I have a lot to be thankful for. A wonderful wife and being able to have a child of ours. I'm thankful to be a father. All my love, Bernie, father of one girl. PFC Bernard Robinson was assigned to the 3rd Marine Division Civil Action Program 357 in the 1st Corps between June 1969 and July of 1970. He now owns a video rental store in New York City.